Dr. Denny, dia akan buat exam. Silakan.
Selamat pagi Puan. Selamat pagi Cik. Saya Dr. Denny ya. Okey. Boleh saya periksa sedikit?
That's the last thing you want lah.
Jangan tanya balik. Jangan tanya balik. So you come in, you know, right? Okay.
Okay. Ideally, I'd like to expose the patient from the nipple line above to the neck.
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking at the scars, looking from the front, patient has got a right facial nerve pulse, right-sided facial asymmetry. Looking from the side, on the right side, there is a scar, a lazy S scar. Probably patient has had potentially a parotidiectomy before. There is also a divot in the skin on the angle of mandible. Looking on the left side, there are no scars and no swellings that I can see. Boleh tengok atas? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Boleh tengok atas? There are no neck swellings that I can see. I'll proceed on to palpation. Okay, kalau sakit beritahu. Just palpating the neck, submental area, submandibular, angle of mandible, preauricular, postauricular, neck, posteriorly, boleh pusing ke kanan. Left side, there are no nodes in the anterior cervical chain. Boleh pusing ke kiri. Right side, there is a swelling just right at the angle of the mandible. Measures about 2 by 2 centimeters. It's not attached to the overlying skin, not attached to the underlying structure. It is mobile. It is mobile anteriorly and posteriorly, and it's not pulsatile in nature. Okay. The parotid region, there's no swelling around that area, and there's no induration that I can feel around the mass. Overlying skin doesn't have any skin changes, erythema or inflammation. I'd like to examine the oral cavity as well. Looking in the oral cavity, no lesions that I can see. There's no curtain sign, oropharynx posterior pharyngeal wall is intact. There's no medialization of the soft palate. Proceed on to palpation.
Okay. Patient tu?
Palpation of the oral.
Why you want to palpate?
Just to check for any lesions, any lesions that I can feel over
Is it relevant for this lady? Not relevant. Any other examination relevant to her that you would like to perform?
Also examine the facial function of this patient.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Proceed.
Okay, Cik. Boleh pejam tunggu sekejap. Pejam mata perlahan-lahan. Okay. Sekarang pejam mata kuat-kuat. Okay. Kan bulu kening. Kuat. Kuat. Okay. Pejam mata. Kuat. 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 Jangan bagi saya buka. Kuat.
Chicken pajama.
Okay. Boleh senyum. Kejap gigi. Okay. Boleh. Mau senyum. Boleh tak?
Tapi simetri. Ya, itu dia senyum tadi simetri. Patient itu tadi simetri.
Okay. So examination of the patient nerve.
Okay.
Yeah. Examination of the patient nerve shows that she's got a house fragment grade grade 4 because she's not able to completely close her eyes on forceful contraction, forceful closure.
Okay. Can you come to a diagnosis?
This patient is post-op parotid tumor, which has involved the facial nerve, so probably a deep lobe parotid tumor.
You want to palpate again the neck? Tell us about the mass.
Okay. So, is there a mess or there's a no mess?
There's no mass, it's just thickening,
Okay.
probably
Thank
thickening
you.
of the tissue there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, masih banyak. Masih banyak. Masih Farhan, okay. Thank you.
So it's a post-paralytic infection of
Okay.
both, yeah. Post-paralytic
So,
infection of both.
can comment directly? Is it okay? Okay Ni kita panggil nyawa-nyawa ikan. Okay, I tell you frankly, because you come here, you want to improve yourself. Okay, because number one is yes, apa nama tu, you done quite nicely in order. But the problem is, Danny, you're taking too much time of the parotid just now, of the neck just now. Because kalau you inspect, you will realize she has scar, she has a facial nerve. So you must budget your time. Kita akan expect you examine the neck, the parotid part. Kita akan expect you examine full facial nerve examination. So two tests dalam masa 5 minutes. So you kena budget your time. You cannot take too much of your own sweet time untuk really this one. So kena cepat sikit. So that's why, to be fair, you overshoot tadi. Kan? Okay, that's number one. Okay, I thank you very frankly. Untuk semua orang jugalah. So that's why inspection is very important. You sit back, you tengok what the patient has. She has a scar, she has a facial nerve. We expect for you to examine these two. And you ingat, dalam masa 5 minit, I must demonstrate, examine. That's number one. Number two, your palpation tadi, to be very frank, sikit ni lah, because she got no mass. The problem is, when you palpate the neck, you jangan stretchkan neck. You suruh tunduk sikit, lembutkan sikit, and you palpate. You rasa. Good in the sense yang asyik nyawa ikan, at the end, you will say there is no mass. We are very happy, so you pass. Okay, so that's why I said nyawa dirugikan. And that particular time, see kita try very hard not to, for me lah at least, I'm very convinced that you kalau katakan, you kata, oh yeah, there is a match, there is this one, despite kita suruh balik, susah lah. Tapi kalau macam ni, kalau kata okay, then okay, kita kata okay, that's number one. So examination tadi for me is a bit too long for you for the parotid, because kita expect you to do the full facial examination. In fact, the facial examination, kalau saya lah, I'm not sure about the otology ke apa semua, kalau saya untuk parotid ke apa ke, the first thing most important is at rest. I just want to see that. And even kalau kata at rest dia nampak basically tak nampak asymmetry, at least grade berapa? Tak nampak. For me nampak macam okay je. Dia macam slow aja dia punya this one. So house treatment good in the sense that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is alright. Tapi for me, kalau katakan macam tu at rest, dia jalan-jalan dekat mana pun tak nampak macam sengit macam tu kan, at least she's good. It's just on movement sikit, dia ada response. So actually dia at lower grade. The most I give is 3 kan. Itu saya punya cara lah, saya punya cara. So you want to make comments at rest. That's the most important. What is the facial nerve at rest? And then you do that. The examination part is fine, it's okay. So 3-4 you tak fail on that lah. Okay, Denny. So she's quite straightforward post-parotid with praxia, because you know this is looks normal. Dia tak ada always asymmetric at rest, but there is some delay in movement, so you expect only praxia. Kalau you kata facial nerve palsy, memang out lah kan, because kalau palsy betul dah 6 dah betul sengit, and then the skull also dah well healed. Another one is lazy ass. Kita tak pakai kata lazy ass dekat parotid, betul? Benda dia macam ni kan, yang akan menyebabkan kita akan hilang konsentrasi nak tengok lazy ass. Apa kata tanya ni lazy ass tengok benda ni, sebab tak? Don't put yourself in controversy. Like I said, just mention there is a heal post parotid surgery. Stop. You be safe. You nak kata black ke, modified black apa ke, nanti orang akan query. You just say that because nothing else go through here. Ada facial nerve, must be some parotid surgery. Don't commit. Supervision ke, deep loop ke, don't commit on that. What you have right in front of you is number one, patient has a well-healed parotid surgery. Patient has some form of facial asymmetry, most likely temporary. Kan? So it's a post-parotid patient, post-parotid surgery patient with neuropraxia of the facial nerve. House treatment classification, you kata 3 ke, 4 ke, dan sebagainya. Okay, Denny. So that's how it goes for the head and neck. And to be very fair, head and neck shouldn't be that difficult. Quite straightforward. Cuma kena ambil practice sikit lah. Buat practice sikit, tengok macam tu. And all this examination you kena buat cepat. It's only 5 minutes. The problem good in the sense that for the last few days, few weeks, apa semua kita ada good cases. Kita ada banyak case as well. Tapi kalau rezeki you baik, by the time you datang exam tak ada case for head and neck, is all parotid, then lah, tak ada masalah. Cuma kalau datang lah tiba-tiba seminggu lepas tu ada satu paraphernalia macam ni, definitely this is an exam case. Tiba-tiba ada satu case datang oral CA ke, tongue CA ke, oropharynx, kita akan datang. Okay, so jangan kata kita tak bagi masa intensive course ke apa ke, benda tu tak keluar. Dan untuk head neck oncology ni, surgery, kadang-kadang tiba-tiba datang mass kan. Mass yang besar-besar ni kita tak heran, you akan pass. You akan risau mass yang submucosa, yang susah sikit dekat sini apa semua. But end of the day sama juga, you start with inspection, you patient, gather your thought, within 5 minutes cukupkan examination, 2 minit kita akan tanya. Boleh? Jangan risau sangat soalan teori during shortcase, jangan risau sangat. That is a bonus. Kalau kita tanya macam tadi yang Davina tadi tu, maksudnya nak makan dia nak tinggikan sikit. Tapi kalau dah habis, kita duk tanya lagi the findings, kata doa banyak lah kan. Macam tu lah. Lebih kurang macam tu lah. Kita punya apa nama tu? Nak senang faham. Boleh Okay, habis dah. Farhan coordinator. Habis dah, cukup lah. Cukup lah. Farhan tunjuk